to the nomination section. Josh, I believe you were first this time, as I went first the last time. But
I think you're correct.
Yes. Very
okay.
interesting.
I have 5 this time because I'm the boss. I'm the boss of me. No one's the boss of me but me. I can do whatever I want.
Let's get crazy.
So I have Shadow of the Ninja as very little suspense in that choice. Yeah. Castlevania 3, also very little suspense probably. Maniac Mansion.
Interesting.
We again, it's so fringe to me whether it's right for. It's like I was. I don't know what I posted about it, but I was bullshitting with one of the disciples on the Facebook page about Rygar. Oh, it's when I posted the list about things that should be on our side quest list, and kind of fielded anything that I might have missed, And one of the suggestions was Metler, I think, was listed off a whole bunch of things, and one of them was Rygar, and I'm like, you know what, like that, yes. Like, I really appreciate Rygar's place in the timeline, which is very early. It's a very, very early NES game. And there's like, I think it's too complex for a game episode, which is why we probably didn't get far on game ep in any of the potential times it's been brought up. I don't even know if that's the case. We're quite a few episodes in now. But it's also not quite enough for a side quest. And like the Maniac Mansion is kind of right there for me too. It's like, I don't know. One, it'll be, the whole game is founded on the idea of how many paths you can take. So, like, there's just no way we're going to talk about the way we kind of canvas every corner of a game in our game eps. We can't do that for that, so that's not possible. But, fuck it, like, who cares? That doesn't matter. I've said before, with the idea of trying to limit what games we do because we don't have a format that has done that
works,
yet that's a stupid reason not to talk about a game. But so we're just going to be talking about our own plays, which is there'll be plenty to talk about, But it will just be interesting how we do it, and I just, especially because you have never played it, I would just love to hear about your frustrations in that kind of game. I think would make for a really good podcasting, because it is a whole lot of just fence testing and like trying to jam 2 items together in your inventory, hoping they turn into something. Like, there's a lot of that shit in there, but it's so fun and cool. It's like, it's the same idea as caveman games, only there is a good game underneath. That, like, the wrapper that it's in is just fucking amazingly fun and creative. So it will be a blast, I think, to talk about. But yeah, I don't know. It's in this limbo that I'm not sure. So there's that. And then I also got a weird hair at my ass, Jay, when I saw it, but Wall Street Kid on NES. And hear me out. Hear me out, bro. Hear me out. It would be an experiment unlike any previous game app. And with our finance degree bullshit, Jay, I bet we could have an absolute fucking blast with this material. I know it's a terrible game. Like, I know we're not going to have fun playing the game. But I think we could have a lot of fun in talking about it. You know what I mean? I think... Yeah, it's important to stress that in this proposal.
Delineation here.
Yeah, because the game sucks totally, but I think we could really have some fun with all the bullshit in it, and that is an interesting and appealing idea. And then the last one, Super Mario Bros. 3. It briefly appeared in the Ask the Pros, and we haven't done it yet, and it's Super Mario Bros. 3. So eventually we have to. So those are my 5. What do you got for us, Jay?
That's a spicy 5. Very interesting 5, I'll say. So there will be some overlap. My list, there are a lot of things I considered. With a lot of repeats, I considered using this as like an entirely repeat list, but there are a couple notable new ones, I guess. So first and foremost, Shadow of the Ninja. Ninja options, give them to me. Second was Puss in Boots.
all the shit in this issue. How the fuck did that make me list?
Dude, like I said, as a possibility. And so there were 4. I had two more that I was like, all right, maybe. Super Mario Brothers 3, because I was like, it's Mario 3. Like, I pick it up and play it all the time. Like, I don't know, put it in that. and then more seriously, Conquest of the Crystal Palace.
Okay. I can hear Conquest of the Crystal Palace for sure. I didn't list it, but I can hear it. Okay.
Definitely
so, yes.
Ninja Options, clearly.
So yeah. So Ninja Options is no question some overlap. Super Mario Bros. 3 is some overlap. I always want to I feel like. I almost feel like Super Mario Bros. 3 should happen outside our timeline. I feel like we should do. I don't want to call it a side quest, but we clearly got to use the Super Mario Bros. 3 strategy guide in our game app, even though that's not how we do. It's like, I guess what I'm saying here is if we do it as a normal game app, it's not supposed to have this like hardcore company mag that we're talking about constantly while we do it. But I feel like Super Mario Bros. 3 warrants that level of attention, and that strategy guide warrants that level of attention. So I almost feel like we should do Super Mario Bros. 3 in the same way we do Random Rags episodes, where it doesn't have anything to do with our timeline. We don't have to worry about it.
It's just a random side episode.
Yeah. And I almost feel like we should do that and not and take these opportunities to do these games like Shadow of the Ninja that I don't expect to pop up nearly as frequently, you know? So I almost want to say Super Mario Bros. 3, and we've never posed that specifically in that way, but we should maybe just put that on our kind of semi-immediate to-do. Because I've been trying to think of I've been trying to think of a Random Rags episode recently anyways. I almost saw, when I saw the Gaming Foundation thing, what drew me to that was a tweet about an issue that someone got from that. And it was a magazine I'd never seen before. That was from like in 1989 or 1990 or something that they sent out to them. It was the first episode or first issue of that magazine. So I need to actually write that down on my list too.
See, I mean that's the thing. Like, this is something I never seriously proposed Mario 3, to your point, because it's like I've played it, I've beat it many times, I've beat it recently. But it's that good of a game. Same thing with Super Mario World. Like I could play them happily, devote a whole episode. We gotta talk about the wizard. We gotta talk about everything else going on at the time, all that kind of stuff. You know.
Yep. We could call it. We could drop that into the Kill Quest bucket, because it's what I think of with those. Like I did that with Metroid. I did it with Guardian Legend.
And you never beat it yet, right?
Super Mario 3, no, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's
right.
So I forgot all about that. That just gets me. I'm gonna step on the soapbox right now.
Yeah, but we can drop it into that bucket, because the idea with Kill Quest and that name for those types of games are games that I just don't think. Again, they kind of happen in this limbo. Like maybe Maniac Mansion fits into this too, but those are more about. And I didn't do episodes on those. I just fucking those are just things I streamed, and I just wanted to check off my list, which it kind of would be doing that because we never beat it, or I never beat Mario 3. But yeah, the idea there is that just these games that need to, yes, be checked off the list, but I don't know if it'll ever happen in our timeline. And that, that kind of fits into that bucket very, very neatly. So yeah, maybe we'll figure out a way to do that recently or in the near future too. Perhaps
it pains my retro heart that you have not beaten that game. It just hurt
It's hard, man. The fucking 8th level sucks.
Dude.
I tried many times. I've tried. It's not from a lack of effort, Jay. I assure you. The 8th level.
Let me take you under my wing. Let me take you under my wing. Let me.
I may have to jump on a boss battle stream and have you fucking coach me through it, man. I'll get you and Alan, probably both. You and Al have to jump on and give me tips, because I've tried many times and I could not get through it. Even with, I'll load up. I mean, I've never game genied or cheated or anything with it, but I have certainly just loaded up on power ups and then warp whistled my ass there, and I can't get through it. Can't get through it.
Right. I got you.
Word. Okay, so let's cross that off the list then, and then we're just talking about what then? Shadow of the Ninja, Castlevania 3 here is also still here. The Wall Street Kid, crazy ass idea. You didn't sound terribly supportive of that, but
it could be fun.
Yeah,
it could be fun.
So the obvious one is Shadow of the Ninja, for obvious reasons, overlap and Ninja Options and all the shit, and it looked fucking absolutely incredible, and the response to it seemed incredible. So I just think we'd have a blast with that. There'd be no downside to it, but that's not always the reason to do a video or do a game. And it's so good that maybe we will see it again. So maybe we don't need to have the fear of it not reappearing. It just dropped, so it'll have to appear at least one other time.
It's 2-player, right?
Is it 2-player?
Yes.
Oh yeah, because the 2, yeah. Because yes. Fuck, it's not simultaneous, is it?
I don't know. I I did not investigate that, but if it is,
play the elevator music. Obviously, if it's 2-player, we got to do it. Just because
it's
couch co-op shit. Yeah,
that goes without saying. There's couch co-op options. They're like ninja options.
Yeah, you can't pass them up if they're there.
There are two ninjas. They're running, and they're fighting side by side, simultaneously
on screen.
There is a life bar at the top. There's a life bar at the bottom. They are color coded by ninja. One purple, one peach, salmon.
Well,
perhaps.
I think that might settle it then. I think we might have to do that just to couch co-op it.
Co-op ninjas options. Let's go.
Okay. Couch co-op ninjas. Shadow of the Ninja on the NES will be our next game episode. That will be a blast.